Good morning. And happy holidays to you. I'm delighted to introduce our guest singer and guitarist today. This is not the first time that she's played here, and normally you would find her at the back there, Tech, but she is an incredibly talented singer and musician, all-round musician. And please welcome Fernanda Parra, who is going to play a number I think you all know. Yes.
Sorry, the next song is a mistake, but it's the All I Want for Christmas Is You from Mariah Carey. So I hope you know that song. So. Yeah, thank you. This is a different version, a really slow version, so hope you enjoy. Don't wanna love for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree, 'cause I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. One thing I need, don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day, 'cause I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sounds of children louder fills the air, and everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring me the one I really need? Ooh, baby, all I want for Christmas is you. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. Thank you.
Good morning. Whoops. Good morning. My name is Annie Morris, and I'm today's service leader. Reverend Matt will lead the service this morning. Our announcements were left on the slideshow before the service and were also sent with your weekly newsletter And if you're new and would like to, I'm sorry. If you're new and would like to receive the newsletter and emails, please talk to a member and we'll be glad to help you. I want to tell you that my glasses that work are broken. So anyway, if you want to be involved in any of that, please get in touch with the welcome team or write to us at info@lcuuf.org. And now a special welcome to our visitors. If you're visiting with us or have returned after a long absence, we would love to have you say your name and tell us where you're from. If you're on Zoom, please introduce yourself in the chat box and it will be read aloud in the fellowship. We'll start with the people in the room.
Good morning.
Good morning, I'm Roxanne Kibben. I was here for a couple months last year. I'm here for 4 months, and this is my wife.
Theresa, glad to meet y'all.
Welcome.
St. Paul, Minnesota.
St. Paul, cool, welcome.
Hi, I'm Candace, and this is Sharon. I'm from New Hudson, Michigan. I'm just visiting for the winter. Sharon's from Ann Arbor, and she's becoming a permanent resident. Stand up,
Yay.
Sharon. And we took the bus here from Six Corners area, and we're looking for a ride that direction after. Okay.
Great, excellent.
I was here last year.
Do we have anybody new here on Zoom?
Yes. I have a note from Jade and Hilika. Hello, everyone. I'm visiting from Dubuque, Iowa, and have just learned about your church from a friend in the area. Thanks for having me. So welcome, Jade.
And just a brief note, we offer a wide variety of services on various topics presented by our members, as well as Reverend Matt. I'm so sorry, geez. This just happened. As well as our minister, Reverend Matt Alspaugh. We hope you will return to sample this variety of thought and belief.
Get in front of the... So I'm Matt, and I'm glad to be here with you this morning. You may have noticed that things are a little bit different on this morning for this service, or if you haven't noticed that yet, you will soon. We do have... how's the coffee? Is it actually coming out hot? Ready. It's ready. Okay, so we have coffee, tea, and hot cocoa out there, and feel free to get up at any time to grab some during the service. We're especially informal this morning. We even thought for a microsecond about having pillows for people to sit on the floor, but realized that nobody could get up. So for this service, we have actually a disorder of service. We are going to do things in kind of a random order. We're literally going to unwrap the service. And so I'm going to invite volunteers to come up and get a present and open it for us. And each of these gifts will have some part of the service in it. So we're going to take them as they come. And so that means that everything is going to be kind of random, even if the words of welcome are the last thing we do. And so, as always, I want to welcome you with live from Fellowship Hall. It's our LCUUF service. Okay, can I have a first volunteer? Okay, the guy with the fast hands wins. David. Grab a gift. Okay, unwrap it. No, you can't. Yeah, we're doing this not the way I did when I was growing up as a child, where we all just on the signal go dived in, ripped everything open, and Christmas was over in about 15 seconds. We're going to do this the kind of paced way that most normal. Okay, all right. And what do we have here? Singing the Living Tradition. This is probably a Christmas carol. It is number 253, "O Come All Ye Faithful." Michael, here's the book.
All right, I've got it.
Yeah, you got it there. Well, you're going to get... Okay. All right, please rise as you're willing and able, in body or spirit, and join us in singing, "O Come All Ye Faithful." Yeah. Why don't we pause right there? Obviously, the words in the book are not the words we know. All right. All right. So, another volunteer. Okay, Heidi. Well, Richard, you're next.
I like to open presents.
I don't know which one to choose.
I can't help you.
Okay. Do I get to keep the corsage? Sure.
Yes.
Rick, is that the idea, Rick?
Yes, yes.
Scotch tape off carefully.
Right.
Rick, that's good, yes. Right. I've always wanted to do that.
In public, too.
And in public.
Okay.
There seemed to be a set of instructions. I hope I know the alphabet. I get very confused these days. Christmas menorahs. The Power and Courage of Goodness by Janice I. Combs. Annie will read.
So Annie's going to read this one, and you've got it on paper. That's probably good with your glasses, right? Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Essentially what happened. Billings, Montana began to be infiltrated by skinheads and members of racist groups in early 1993. Their exact number was hard to ascertain, but shortly after their arrival, hate literature targeted toward Jews, blacks, and other minorities began to be distributed. Wayne Inman, chief of the Billings Police Department, and Margaret McDonald, executive director of the Montana Association of Churches, urged the town to react strongly and decisively to stop the mail. At first, many people thought it simply should be ignored and that focusing attention on the hate mongers would encourage them. But Chief Inman and church leaders persisted and started a series of teach-ins through the community. focusing on educating people about the ultimate consequences of not taking a strong stand against hate crimes, even minor ones. At first, few people attended, but the attendance grew and ultimately involved a cross-section of the entire community. Though Chief Inman and the churches became the targets of a series of threats and attacks, they continued to act aggressively. Educators, human rights advocates, and labor leaders joined Chief Inman and church leaders to form a community network that monitored and forcefully responded to hate speeches and acts of vandalism against minorities. A full-page advertisement was placed in the town newspaper strongly condemning hatred and bigotry. More than 100 community organizations placed their names on the ad, as did thousands of ordinary residents, and a town rally was held to declare the moral equivalent of war against hate crimes of any kind. Things seemed to settle down for a while, but several months later, as Christmas and Hanukkah approached, the town's synagogues received a series of bomb threats, and its small cemetery was desecrated. Shortly thereafter, 2 Jewish homes displaying menorahs were vandalized. In one case, a child's bedroom window, which displayed a menorah, was shattered by a rock thrown during the night. It landed on his bed. Had he been sleeping, he would have been seriously hurt or worse. The child's parents, Brian and Tammy Schnitzer, long active in the human rights community, spoke out eloquently and forcefully. Immediately, a network of church and community groups sprang into action. The Reverend Keith Torney of the First Congregational Church and Margaret MacDonald argued forcefully that a meaningful symbolic gesture was needed, along with efforts to apprehend the vandals. Then Ms. MacDonald had an idea. Inspired by stories she had heard about the 1943 rescue of the Danish Jews in Nazi-occupied Denmark by Christian Danes, she suggested that all Billings residents, Christians and Jews alike, display pictures of menorahs in their windows. A short time later, hundreds of families and institutions displayed such pictures. At first, windows were broken in churches and schools, and town residents received threatening phone calls. People had their cars and homes vandalized, but that only strengthened the town's determination. Soon, thousands of menorahs were displayed throughout the town. The Billings Gazette printed a full-color picture of a menorah and urged people to display it on a door or in a window to show their solidarity in the fight against bigotry. Thousands more were soon displayed. A major business in town replaced its regular advertisement on a prominent billboard with a message strongly condemning the hate crimes. Other businesses followed suit. Then they began to think about what else they could do to help. When it's time for Hanukkah services to be held in the tiny Billings synagogue, dozens and dozens of Christians came to worship with their Jewish neighbors. There was not enough room to accommodate all who came. Many people stood outside the synagogue, ready to protect the worshipers and the synagogue itself. Eventually, the hate speech and acts of intimidation ceased. In the years since those events, communities across the country have been inspired by Billings. Winston Churchill once said that courage is the virtue that makes all other virtues possible. While the fight against anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism, and other forms of bigotry continues, just think about the kind of world we would have if every town was like Billings, Montana.
Okay, Richard.
Okay. I'm going to take the smallest box, but sometimes the best things are in the smallest box. I just have to figure out how to get it open. It doesn't rattle.
Yeah.
I once broke a Christmas present for my son that way, but I still do it. Okay, now we're getting closer. More levels. This is frustrating.
Oh, your childhood was like mine. You just tear into it.
Hey, I got it there. The camels speak.
Okay, Fred will read this. You want the lectern, Fred, or just a microphone?
He doesn't need a microphone. Please note, I am speaking for the entire camel community. The piece is The Camels Speak by Lynn Unger. Of course they never consulted us. They were wise men, kings, star readers, and we merely transportation. They simply loaded us with gifts and turned us towards the star. I ask you, what would a king know of choosing presents for a child? Had they ever seen a baby born to such simple folk? So naked of pretension, so open to the wind. What would a child care for perfumes and gold? Far better to have asked one born in the desert, tested by wind and sand. We saw what he would need. The gift of perseverance, of continuing on the hard way, making do with what there is, living on what you have inside. The gift of holding up under a burden, of lifting another with grace, of kneeling to accept the weight of what you must bear. Our footsteps could have rocked him with the rhythm of the road, shown him comfort in a harsh land, the dignity of continually moving forward. But the wise men were not wise enough to ask. They simply left their trinkets and admired the rustic view. Before you knew it, we were turned again toward home, carrying men only half willing to be amazed. But never mind. We saw the baby, felt him reach for the bright tassels of our gear. We desert amblers have our ways of seeing what you chatterers must miss. That child at heart knows something about following a star. Our gifts were given, have no doubt. His life will bear the print of who we are.
A poem by Unitarian Universalist minister Lynn Unger. Yes. Can I have another volunteer, victim? Volunteer. Okay, yeah. Ron, come on up. Go for the big one. Don't. Yeah.
Don't act like I never opened a present before. Here I go after my open the present in my life. Do it like I mean. Okay, there we go. Okay, so open this up too, right?
Yeah, that's top side. Yeah. 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 All right, excellent. A chalice. So it's chalice lighting time, finally. Thanks, Ron. Let's see. Annie, you want to lead us in lighting the chalice? Maybe that'll be easier, yeah.
Our chalice lighting words today are by Dan Limbert, a UU minister in North Palm Beach, Florida. We gather together on this Christmas Eve as fellow sojourners on the Christmas, looking for light, for hope, for peace, and for love. We gather as people from many backgrounds, many faiths, many cultures, and many spiritual paths, but as one body but as we light this chalice, we gather as one body, looking to the Nativity for the message of all humanity. This message is not that there is light. The message is that there is light, there is hope, and there is peace and love. I now let us light our chalice with these words that we sing together.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, let's see. Devorah, you had a lighter that worked, right?
There's one behind the camera.
Unboxing.
We talked about this.
Kindle this light in celebration for the life that we share.
Okay, another volunteer? Okay, Rena.
Ooh, this one is heavy.
And pretty.
Another song.
Oh,
I don't think it's actually dried fruit. Oh, cereal. Yeah, cereal.
Okay, another song. Let's see.
This one's not in Latin.
That was a surprise that the last one was in Latin. I thought I knew these carols in this hymn book. This one is "O Little Town of Bethlehem," number 246, for those who keep track. And please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing.
This one's in French.
Okay. Okay, so as if this isn't already strange enough, let's make it stranger. And I want to include our folks on Zoom. So if there is somebody on Zoom, I'm going to ask Jesus to kind of focus down onto the Christmas gifts. And you might actually need to use the other camera because people are in the way. Yeah, excellent. So if somebody on Zoom could tell us which gift you would pick if you were here in the room, and then one of us will open it for you. That's saying gold? The gold one? Okay. All right. You want to open this? Annie? Keynes. All right. Another hymn. Number 235, which is Deck the Halls. Okay. All right, yes, we got to stand up for this. We got to belt this out. You think they want you to know that they cannot sing. Okay, another volunteer, maybe for somebody from the back of the room. Okay, Dee Dee. $245. Joy to the world. All right. Joy to the world. Okay. Who is? Okay, excellent. All right. Yeah, that may be a clue.
Cautionary tale, Christmas tale.
A Cautionary Christmas Tale by Frank Rivas. I will read this. So this reading is called A Cautionary Christmas Tale, and it's by Frank Rivas, a retired Unitarian Universalist minister in Omaha, Nebraska. He says, "My little sister, Renee, was 10 years younger than I. When she was in kindergarten, I considered her to be the most obnoxious child on this planet. So I decided to get her a lump of coal for Christmas. I know people generally consider it Santa's responsibility to give lumps of coal to bad little boys and girls, but I had learned over the years not to trust Santa's judgment. I had seen it over and over again. The old man went easy on little kids. So the responsibility fell to me. I searched the yellow pages, went to the nearest coal yard, picked out an exceptionally large chunk, wrapped it nicely in a box with a bow, and placed it under the Christmas tree. Now, our family encouraged recipients to lift, shake, and guess at the contents as soon as the gift was under the tree. Renee was fascinated. What gift could weigh so much? By our Christmas morning tradition, gifts were sorted into 5 piles. Then, one at a time, going around the circle as many times as necessary, we opened our gifts for everyone to see. Renee opened mine first. As she unwrapped ribbon, paper, and box, her excitement grew. My excitement grew too. The moment of reckoning was at hand. From her first glance at the coal, she loved it. She screamed with delight and hugged me profusely. How was I to know that only a week earlier in her kindergarten class, she had learned to grow colorful crystals on coal? How was I to know that this would be her favorite gift? There's a moral to this story, my friends. Watch out for this season. There's a spirit in the air that can turn even the most vindictive thoughts into good deeds. All right. Do we want to try somebody on Zoom again? Give them a glimpse of the rattier piled tree piled with open gifts and miscellaneous stuff here. Yeah, probably camera 2 will give you a better view. Yeah, there's. I think there's more. There's some on this side actually, which I'll move around so that they can see and let us know what. Are they chattering or no? Okay, maybe somebody can type something in chat. I'll look. Yeah, let's see here. The one just fallen. Okay, great. All right. That would be this one, I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this kind is easy to open, so I can open it. Another note. Okay. For So the Children Come by Sophia Lyon-Foss. And Devorah is going to read this one. You want to, or do you want to use the podium? Okay.
Okay, this is one of my favorites. For So the Children Come by Sophia Lyon Faz. For so the children come, and so they have been coming. Always in the same way they come, born of the seed of man and woman. No angels herald their beginnings, no prophets predict their future courses. No wise men see a star to show where to find the babe that will save humankind. Yet each night a child is born is a holy night. I get goosebumps. Fathers and mothers sitting beside their children's cribs feel glory at the sight of the new life beginning. They ask, when and how will this new life end, or will it ever end? For each night a child is born is a holy night, a time for singing, a time for wondering, and a time for worshiping.
Okay, somebody else willing to jump up and, okay, excellent, Mark, grab something. Okay. Okay, baskets. I wonder what baskets could mean. I think it might be time for share the basket, the time for our offering, and so Annie, you want to come up and pass the baskets? That's the thing. Thanks so much, Mark. You can put those down because we got bigger baskets to use for this part.
We give to remind ourselves how many give to. Let's try again. We give to result to.
I'm going to make your life a little easier. I'm going to try something.
Okay. Your phone? Oh.
This is. Would you want to read off of the screen here?
Let me give it a shot. Yeah, I can.
Let's see here.
I'll start here and segue.
Yeah.
We give to remind ourselves how many gifts we have. It's great, thanks. We give to remind ourselves how many gifts we have to offer. We give to remember that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. We give because we believe in music and sacred space. We give with the faith that together we have enough. The offering that we take each Sunday isn't just a stale habit. It is an opportunity to recommit to this place, to this people. Our offering is an affirmation, a yes. When we give, we say yes to something we value. With our gifts freely given, may we say yes to the values of our faith. For the people here at the fellowship, we'll pass a basket. If you're new here today or you're struggling to hold things together, let the basket pass you by. Your presence is more than enough and is a gift to us. Each week, we give half of the money collected at the service, a minimum of 5,000 pesos, usually more, to an organization providing services to our lakeside community. For the month of December, we've been supporting Tepewa Central Comunitario. The Tepewa neighborhood is situated on the hillside above downtown Chapala, and it's considered one of the poorest neighborhoods in the state of Jalisco. Their vision is to help a village to help itself, to create a place the poor of the village can go for food, counseling, guidance, and help of any kind. If you're not attending the fellowship in person, please donate to Share the Basket when you pay your pledge. Donate to Share the Basket separately, or indicate what part of your donation is for Share the Basket. And the offering is already given and gratefully received. Thank you.
Okay. I'll get into the view here. All right, and somebody else? I think we might have one left, or maybe two. Okay. Okay. Somebody has better eyes than me. Okay. Teresa. Okay.
The money man speaks up.
And you know, we thought we needed to peek during rehearsal to make sure that we had everything all together. Is it joys and sorrows? It's a candle for joys and sorrows. Okay. So let's see
I
here.
think I'll be okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Each week, we take time to remind ourselves that we belong to a caring community which cares for each other. The sharing of joys, sorrows, and milestones is one way that we practice. That we practice holding our lives together. I'm sorry, Matt.
Let's see here. Probably going to be easier to do this. We speak briefly.
We speak briefly what is in our hearts, sharing any significant joys or sorrows in our lives, because there is power in the sharing. We will start with the folks in the room to give those on Zoom a chance to type joys or sorrows into the chat to be read aloud. First, let us recall the joys. Whatever you may be feeling, whatever evokes a feeling of joy or peace for yourself or others. Are there any joys that people would like to share here in the room?
Yes, okay. I'll start on this side.
Phyllis, and I'm joyous to be here today with all of my family and friends, and we're having a great time.
Right.
Aw.
I'm going to squeeze back here. I'll start with you and Christine.
We're just happy to announce that we're going to have a new grandbaby in the family next August the 8th.
Yay.
I'm joyful to have my beautiful daughter here for a few days and my husband who's come over from San Antonio for the first time. And if you ever see our wedding rings, you'll see that we have a chalice right in the middle that he designed when we first met.
Cool. Wow.
This is kind of a joy and a concern. Christy Caldwell, who has had to go to the U.S. for surgery, had already paid for her Christmas Day lunch tomorrow. And so she asked me that I give it to Christine, who spells her name with a K. I don't know this person. If she's here, please see me. You got a free lunch.
Okay. Any other up front? Okay, great. Heidi.
I have two brief joys. I'll do my best to make this brief. Number one, I'm very grateful to the community that I'm a part of. This has been a difficult year, but managed to get through it, and Christmas and flowing into the new year is going to be amazing, and thanks to this beautiful community. Number two, I still subscribe to a newspaper in Montpelier, Vermont, and there was an article in it highlighting the Unitarian Church. And for years, the Unitarian Church, the Anglican and Presbyterian and Congregational have held a Christmas carol singing. And they gave that up for a while. And I'm happy to say that that has been reinstated. And I was delighted that the Anglican Church was a part of it, because after all, guess where we're moving in the new year?
Thank you, Heidi. Al?
I just want to say that it's my great joy to have the opportunity to be a part of this community.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Al. Yes. Okay, let me come over here, and I think there may be a couple of joys that were sent earlier on Zoom. So Bob Coaches sends a couple of joys. He's joyful that my daughter Wendy has bought tickets to visit me on February 22nd. And he's also thankful to the community for a lovely party last night at Heidi's. Okay. And let me see if there's any of the others that came in on the Zoom chat. Yes. From Colleen Beery. It is a joy to be in Austin celebrating the holidays with my daughter and her partner. Loved hearing Devorah read about babies being born in the night being a blessing. My daughter was born 34 years ago on the night of the 27th. Okay. And so, yes, let me make your life a little easier here in terms of reading.
Let us voice our sorrows. Whatever you or the world may be holding that is in our need of our healing and caring thoughts. Are there any sorrows that people would like to share here in the room?
So, thanks. Okay, I'm Mark. I'm feeling sorrowful and sad as we're not with our children this year, and for us it's kind of the first time that we've been away for the holiday season, and haven't had the opportunity to be with them. So it's kind of the first time in our lives as parents that that's happened, and I'm very much feeling their absence. Our son Michael lives in Winnipeg. He's 33. Our daughter Morgan is 28. She lives in Toronto. She's gone back to Winnipeg for the holidays. So even though we're very much missing them, I don't think the feelings are mutual, because yeah, they're having a great time.
Okay, Phyllis.
Yeah, my friend Christy Caldwell, and she's a member of the Unitarian Church, had to fly to Florida because she needs a stent. And last Sunday she was telling me that she had high blood pressure, didn't know what was wrong, went to the doctor, and they found out that she had an 80% blockage in her heart. So she needs a stent put in, and obviously she's going to have to wait till after the holidays. But she's presently in the hospital right now.
Fort Myers. Okay, thank you. And then back over here on the other side, I'll start with Paula.
Just to follow up on Christy, she posted on Facebook that she actually doesn't need the surgery. And she's very happy. She doesn't know why. They said here she did. She went there. They said that she doesn't. And that's what she put on Facebook. So that's kind of happy.
Yeah. A happy sorrow. Okay, let's see. I'm going to squeeze over here and give this to Lisa, who's probably going to be out. No, you got her in view. Okay, great.
Oh, hello. Well, this is a joyous season. However, I have great sorrow at the racism that is being shown around the world, particularly toward Jews. I think the Jewish people have given so much to humanity, and to be scapegoated in such a vile way is very troubling for me. And to see that it goes on and on and on is very difficult. Sorry, I really enjoyed a lot of the words today. It was helpful. Thank you.
Oh, good. Very well. Okay.
I will counter that with what has been done to the people of Gaza. I do not believe this will be over until there's not one living thing on Gaza Strip.
Very sad. Very sad. And Annie.
I have a sorrow that is mixed with a joy. Several of us have been caring for a friend who has Huntington's disease, which is something you don't want to wish on anybody. It cripples the mind and the body, and there's pain involved. The good news is that she passed peacefully in her sleep on Sunday night, and it's good.
Mm-hmm. And now let us look at Zoom. We have a sorrow from Susie Gardner that my mom, Kay, has started hospice care. Please pray for her and the whole family. Peace, Susie. And on chat, Tom McClure writes, a sorrow for the lack of commitment of all parties for peace in the Middle East.
And this candle from our care team represents the joys and sorrows we hold in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. We light this candle for all those unspoken sorrows and joys. Let us share a moment of silence to hold in our hearts both the sorrows and the joys that have been shared this morning.
And let's see if we have anything. One more. It's this one?
He's a present seeker.
Okay. Let's see. Somebody to open this?
He knew there wasn't a book in it.
Or a lump of coal.
Christmas in the bathroom.
You want this or you want that?
This short reading is called Christmas in the Bathroom, and it's by well-known writer and Unitarian Universalist Robert Fulham. Okay. When Sam was 3 years old, he attended the Little School of Seattle, which met in the basement of a church and kept its general supplies in the foyer of the women's restroom. Sam discovered this treasure trove one morning late in November. Therein was a king-size canister full of red glitter. Yes! Upside down over his head, all over the restroom, and down the hall and around the corner and into the director's office. But before anyone could mutter, "Oh my God, what a mess," Sam, 3, sang out, hands in the air, laughter on his face. You know what? You know what? There's Christmas in the bathroom! There's Christmas in the bathroom. And therein lies the message. Beauty, so said the ancients, is in the eye of the beholder. And Christmas is and ever will be found where it's looked for. Most often close by, most always underfoot. Hidden away in the cupboards of our lives, waiting to be rediscovered in a rebirth of wonder. Waiting to be dumped over our hard heads like blessings, waiting to be scattered, blessing oil, waiting to be scattered like red glitter on the walls and hallways of dark December. Christmas will be found in closeted memories, visions, hopes, fears, half-forgotten songs, and muddled stories of a child long ago, and in the story of a child named Sam. Christmas will be found even in bathrooms for those who know how to see.
And so I believe that's all of the things we had wrapped up for you. And now we have a brief musical interlude. Again, Fernanda will play All I Want for Christmas Is You. Is that correct? Or no? We did that already. This is Jingle Bell Rock. Okay. Okay.
Tus, tus. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bells swinging, jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing, the buses are fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bells singing, jingle bells time, dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time! It's the right time, the right day night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time. The gold London and a one-horse sleigh. City out, jingle horse, pick up your feet, jingle around the globe, mix and mingle, jingle bell feet. That's the jingle bell ride. What a bright time, it's the right time, the right day night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time, to go London in a one-horse sleigh. City out, jingle horse, pick up your feet, jingle around the globe, mix and mingle, jingle bell feet. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell ride. That's the thing so much.
We wind down this Christmas Eve service. I hope that you found it enjoyable, maybe unusual, or at least different. Eclectic, yes. Now, some of you might have felt a little bit uncomfortable, given the randomness of things, the out of orderness. How could we mess with tradition in such a way? See, at least I believe that part of the satisfaction of tradition is that while it remains the same every year, there's joy in making things new and shifting tradition just a bit so that we see it in a new way, so that we enjoy it in a freshened way. And I hope this morning has offered you a little bit of that. And let us end now by extinguishing our chalice in a different way, rather than using our usual reading with one of my favorite Christmas readings. This poem is called The Work of Christmas, and it's by theologian, mystic, and author Howard Thurman. And I'll invite Jane Castleman to come forward to read this.
So when the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among the brothers, to make music in the heart.
And now we have our postlude, which is Silent Night, and I invite you to rise as you like and join us in singing. Both Fernanda and Michael will be playing and singing.
Holy night,
Our service begins. Go in peace and with a purpose.